Welcome, everyone, to a special Thursday night game and talk because nobody was available for yesterday. I'm your host for this episode, RGT85, whose camera refuses to work on any form of StreamYards, which is what we use to record this show. We also use it to record the Spawncast. So will I ever be on camera for any of these? I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I've been trying and nothing seems to work. But I'm joined as always by two people in this thing. Nate is preoccupied with a recording. It's not the camera itself. Nate is preoccupied with the recording. So he will not be joining us tonight. But I have Celia. Celia, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing well.
She has a special surprise to talk about with everyone. And Josie's here. Josie, how we doing?
I'm good. Happy to be back. I finished Echoes of Wisdom.
Shut up. Corey
What the
McIntyre
fuck?
with a $50 Canadian dono. Hey, Mario GT, how's it going? Yes, the camera is plugged in. Dude, trust me. I'm not fucking that.
What if you use like a webcam or something? You should just test and see if it is the camera or if it's not.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, hey, Mario GT, how's it going? It's going well, Corey, except for the fact that my technology is refusing to work with me. But thank you for the very generous donation. And speaking of generosity, we got to give a shout out to our Patreon members, Adam Baldazon, a billion cats, A, Drunk on Tacos, Trent A, the Game Orb, Mr. Job E, Joshua Butts, aka the Butts Man, and of course John O. We got some new people in the building as well. We want to spotlight Mickey Multi, Jay Perez, Angel Lopez, Demar. Make sure you guys check out the Patreon. You can submit questions on there. We're actually going to be going over some questions. We also have another donation. The only thing off the rails is this podcast. It's not on Wednesday, and RGT's camera doesn't work. Great start. Good to see you, lovely ladies. And Sean, I'm not calling you lovely Sean. I'm going to go ahead and steal that lovely portion because I feel like that was for everyone. But thank you, Vampire Slayer. You and Corey are always so generous. Nate is preoccupied. So, Celia, I'm going to grab a random camera. And while I do that, you're going to show it. Or do you have it with you?
I can leave the room and go grab it. I don't have it next to me because I don't sleep in my office.
Well, I feel like presentation is important.
Yeah,
Okay.
go snag that.
Okay,
real quick.
I'm gonna go grab it. Josie, it's all up to you. Sean's running to go get his camera. I'm running to grab my special surprise.
Yep.
Welcome to the Josie show, guys. It's gonna be so cool. She has so many cool things to tell you in secrets, and I hear she's doing a giveaway. Okay, I'll be right back.
What?
Here we go. Make it better.
Okay. Hi, chat. I'm not doing any giveaways actually, but we're back. We're out here. Celia has a special surprise to show everybody. It's pretty cool. You guys are gonna be super shocked when you see it. Some insider knowledge, honestly, I'd say. It's definitely not my birthday, but we do our best out here. We're not the most prepared, but we're trying to do what we can. Sean's camera has been a pain in the ass for
I don't know where the other camera
a while.
I had a crappy webcam down here somewhere. Oh wait, I know where one is.
You gotta just grab like a Logitech little webcam that you can toss in here real quick. What do we need to do to enter the giveaway? If there was a giveaway, I would have a lot more information for you guys. But unfortunately, there isn't. So, at some point, we might do a giveaway. We have a goal of a certain amount of members, and if we do that, then we can start doing giveaways.
Found it.
Oh shit! Okay, plug it in. I'm gonna add RGT back. Vampire Slayer with another 20. As I said, off the rails. Now that those two are out of the room, how are you doing? I kid. Who doesn't sleep in their office? That's what I'm saying. How hard are we working out here? Who's the musical guest tonight? RGT will sing at the end of this, for sure. He's got a very good Hogan voice, I guess. I don't even know.
See, now it's not even... It's not even recognizing this camera.
She's back. Okay. It's us tonight.
Okay. Whoa. Girl show.
Whoa.
You know, we could make him a VTuber. We could make a Sean.
It's not a goddamn girl show.
I can sync it.
Mm.
Okay, let's pretend. Okay, we'll test. Sean, start talking.
Shut up.
Dude, look how good I am at this.
Yeah, that killed it. That really killed
It's
it.
so cool how Sean quit immediately as well. I should do that for the rest of the night every time he talks. I'm pretty sure I have a puppet somewhere or something.
I feel like we gotta plan out what he's gonna say, so then you can.
No, I can. No, well, it'll sync up with Sean's voice.
Right.
Like how they do on Sesame Street, how it's like multiple puppet guys, and like there's like the voice actor guy. It'll be just like that. Should I do my presentation?
Yeah. Why don't you tell the people what you got before? Actually, DC Fat Cat with a $2. Thank you so much, Josie. When are you gonna play Shenmue? Soon. I just finished a different game, so I'm on to that next. Go ahead.
Okay. So I acquired an Alarmo. Whoa. So cool things about the Alarmo is that you have to have it plugged in. Sean, Jesus Christ, jump scare.
What's the problem?
Do you want to be supplemented by puppet hand?
No, this works. This works for me.
Is that your phone?
No, this is a random USB webcam I have.
Put it on the you gotta put it somewhere. You don't just hold that shit.
Why? I'll give you a tour.
Yeah, you're like vlogging.
Whoa.
This is a great podcast. The listeners are gonna be super lost.
We're just having some technical difficulties.
There's a Hulk Hogan poster. That's a cool
one.
Bravest challenge.
Wow.
I had to have that custom made. All right, continue. I'll try to figure this out in the meantime.
So yeah, I got a Lavo. Not what I call a Lavo. Alarmo. You can press the button. You can't like slam it. I feel like that's a missed opportunity. Like I thought this was going to be really squishy, but it's just hard plastic. It's cool. Yeah, I do not think this should be $100. This feels like a $60 price point. $40 on sale. Sean, mute yourself if you're finagling.
I'm gonna mute him. I'm muting him.
Okay. I thought that this was going to be chargeable. So like when I had it on the charger and I was like, cool. And then I took it off and it does not hold a charge because it needs to be plugged in like a lot of alarm clocks. So that's interesting. I brought the box too.
How would you review your first night with it?
I would say that it is fine. Like it plays music, like it has alarms, like it has like Mario, which was the default one that I chose. But there's also Zelda. I'll try Zelda tomorrow. I need to figure out how to use this though. And oh wow, we got a lot of comments there. I don't know. I've never reviewed a product. I'm not an influencer. I feel like I should have like day in the life with me, and then I wake up.
Yes,
and I
day in the life. Yeah,
dude, I should set up a tripod and be like, this morning I woke up to Mario.
Yeah, this morning I woke up to Mario at 5 a.m. and I'm gonna go work out and make my smoothie. And
yeah, no, it has to be like that. It's like 4 a.m. workout for Pilates. I am not a Pilates girl, but if I was, I'd be like, yeah, and I can make smoothie, but I would have to like make it Mario themed. Dude, it'd be so aesthetic.
You should do it.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll make an Alarmo video for Game and Talk. That'll be real cool.
Yeah, we'll just upload it on the Game and Talk channel. That'd be awesome. You should do that.
Honestly, I'm kind of down, but it'd be really crappy. And hi, Sean. Are you back? You good?
I'm good.
Do it. Send me the footage. I'll edit it. That'd be super funny.
Oh my god. Okay, I'll do it. We'll see.
Or you could make it like TikTok style too. That could be fun. Like a short.
Yeah, you'll have to coach me because I don't know how to do this.
All right. Sean, he's here. He's back. He's trying out some different backgrounds.
We're good. We're back in business.
All right. So what's the camera? That's what we can decide from this.
Or it's the cam link. It doesn't like the cam link.
It probably, yeah. I have like some knockoff one from Amazon and it works.
I have a legit one and yeah, it works like dog shit. Oh, Hulk Hogan's here. Can you get a signature on my N64 book, brother? Well, Hulk, you better check the mail this Saturday, because I believe a package is en route to Hulk Hogan's Beach Shop, care of Ron at Hogan's Beach Shop, with a copy of my book, a copy of some currency, and a copy of instructions that you need to sign. Am I using the webcam mic? Nobody fucking tells me anything.
That's what I was about to say.
Fucking women.
Okay.
You couldn't fucking tell me?
I didn't
honestly,
know.
Didn't know, thought it was
And then-
supposed to be like that.
And then when you were still talking, I was like, oh, I should say something. And I was going to say it afterwards. Danny just beat me to it.
Yeah, Sean, should have we been like, shut up, Sean, your mic's wrong? No, we're
Yes, that's what I do to John.
Okay, next time we'll be sure to tell you to shut up. What
angle do you want?
It's like a Dutch angle. You're like a little bit tilted, so it's a little bit eerie. Something scary might pop out. We're not really sure. It makes the audience uneasy if it's not balanced. Better?
I feel like you just put it back to the way it was the beginning.
That's kind of like, have you seen like Inception? You kind of look like that right now. Like, shit, something's happening.
I didn't want to say how much, Mlem, because I feel like they base it on what you're trying or what you plan on sending them. Because this item, because I know it's like, I want to say it's like 200 when he does like High Spots signings, which is a website, and it's probably because they have to make a little money, but this was actually quite a bit less than that, so I was actually very happy. It's just the turnaround time, it takes a good while. Most people told me it takes like 2 months for it to come in, and also this is a curved monitor, so that probably doesn't help. All right, so we've got stuff to talk about here. Video game stuff.
Whoa.
But before that, we're going to look at a couple questions here from the Patreon folks. Brother Brudai in the house. Medallion asks, he might be in here. He is in here. Did any of you pre-order the Analog 3D? Got mine pre-ordered on Monday morning for the white version. You know, I'm kind of surprised. A lot of people went with the white version. I thought that looked like, I hate the PS5 because it's all white, you know? Like I got the black one. I thought the black one looked a lot better for me.
I feel like it depends on your setup, you know? Like if you've got a lighter theme or a darker theme to blend it in.
Who cares? This isn't feng shui. This isn't Animal Crossing.
Why would they give you two different colors if that wasn't a demand that people wanted it to fit in a little bit better?
Ebony and ivory live together in perfect harmony.
Yeah, Sean, I think it's to differentiate, and also Medallion said in the comments, it's to differentiate between the original. And I agree, because like I was definitely eyeing the analog, but I'm like, I could get it now, or I could wait to see how it looks, but also get a fantastic like color once that releases.
You know, you totally know they're gonna do that.
Yeah, we know. They did that with the Pocket. So they'll do that, and I'll get my jungle green, and I'm really excited about it. Or my atomic purple. Probably atomic purple if they release that one. That'd be way cool. We'll just wait.
Will you have jungle love with it? Oh. I think I wanna know ya. How do you not know Morris Day? Jungle Love? It's one of the best songs. Didn't you watch Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back?
Okay, so there's a list of movies I have not seen, and that is one of them.
Well, you need to listen to Morris Day, Jungle Love. It's one of the best songs like ever. Also, we have a question from Mikey Multi. Did any of you guys get opportunities to play games during school hours or join any gaming clubs? I was not in any. There was no gaming clubs. I mean, I'm old. But I used to bring a Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance to school. And like, you know, we would skip senior year, me and like 3 of the boys, we would skip second period and go to Arby's like pretty much every day because you could smoke cigarettes inside of Arby's, and they opened up at like 10:30. And so we would go up there at like 10:30, and we would spend like, because we had my high school, it was you only had 4 classes. So like all the classes were like super long. So we would like bust out, a pack of smokes, the Game Boy Advances. We'd walk in there. They already knew our orders. Like we didn't have to like go up there and say what we wanted to eat unless we wanted to change something. They would bring it to us and stuff. And we would just fucking chain smoke and play Game Boy Advance with like fucking link cables and shit. It was tight.
So I would not chain smoke, but when I was in school, like Sean, I would bring my Game Boy Color to school. My mom was always late, like several hours late. That's another story. So I would just play Game Boy after school, and I got to play a lot of different games, and like that's how I got like a lot of my mobile gaming in time, I guess. And then like when I got older, my friends and I, like when like the DSs came out, like we all got the Pokemon games and we would battle. We had our own little league. I think that was Pokemon Pearl and Diamond when that was a thing. So I would play at school. Oh, also the teen center in my city had a bunch of DDR, so a lot of us would play that too. I love DDR.
Shoot, I didn't. I had the Switch when I was in high school and stuff, and so we played that.
Oh, that
occasionally.
hurts. Sorry.
We played that sometimes, and then like during COVID, I used to play Switch just like during my Zoom classes. Like I beat all of Pikmin 3 Deluxe that way. And I would play like Mario Kart at school sometimes, but not really. And we had a lot of gaming clubs, but I don't know. I wasn't really in any of them, but I had a lot of friends who were in them, and that was about it. But it was like D&D clubs and stuff like that, so it was a little bit different.
Were the gaming clubs popular?
Sort of. There was like a weird crossover between like the sort of preppy kids and like those kids, and so like I was sort of in the middle of that, I would say. And then I went to like middle school with a lot of the kids in that club, so like I knew them, but we were all from a really small middle school comparatively to our town, so it was like weird. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's cool.
So any of you do the playtest thing?
No, but I've seen footage about it. Did you get to watch any of it?
Oh, I watched it. All right, Celia, did you get in the playtest or no?
No, I did not get in the playtest, but I know about it. Everyone's been talking about it.
So what do you think about this footage, pal?
The MMO. It looks like Minecraft, but kind of like a worse version, I'd say.
I feel like whoever made it, like they should be fired.
I feel like it's not supposed to be a finished game yet.
Yeah.
I feel like it's very conceptual. It's like, this is our idea. This is like a very rough sketch of how it could work. It's like, yeah, Medallion just said it perfectly. It's kind of like Spider-Man Minecraft. It doesn't look great, but I don't know. I don't hate it.
What's the point of it?
Well, that's the question. I feel like it's just a test to see if it's something that they would be interested in or something that they could expand on in the future. Celia, what do you think?
So for this, once again, disclaimer, I do not work for Nintendo, have no inside information on this. So this is me speculating. Okay, now that that's out of the way, sorry with all this stuff, I have to say that. I don't feel like this. Yeah, I agree with you, Josie. I don't feel like this is a finished product. I feel like they may have did a very early concept of something to keep things vague. So they're not, when the inevitable leak would happen, which it did immediately, they wouldn't have anything truly spoiled of what visual their announcement would be. Definitely feels like a stress test. And I'm kind of curious where it's going to go from here. Because, it's, I wish that they did this earlier because, the Switch has been in, it's been since you were in high school. Like, it was like literally, like it's been years, So maybe, we'll see. We'll see what they go with this.
Here's my thing. You said stress test. Dwayne also says it is a server stress test. There's only a maximum of 10,000 people in there. So you're going to tell me that only like you get what I'm getting at here? Like more than 10,000 people played Splatoon online. Like what are you actually, like, I understand Splatoon is a different game. But still, like, what is it exactly you're trying to see here? If you only have 10,000 people involved. And, you did bring up something else too that I want to mention. You said, oh, they knew that it was going to get leaked. Why in the fuck are they striking down people then? Like, that just, to me, I'm not trying to be mean, but that really shows you like how like detached from the internet this company really is, in my opinion.
I completely agree with that. I mean, I think it's obvious that they don't really understand how things work in that way, but I don't know. I feel like it's not that egregious because it's just not a finished product.
Yeah, I don't know. I would assume if they use 10,000 people, that could be the server size of what it would be. I don't know though. I don't work for Nintendo. And if I did, I wouldn't be talking about this. But if it's kind of one of those things where we'll find out, and I don't know. It's just one of those things.
I liked what Crypto CS guy says. Play testing is dumb. Don't let random people online test your games. It's what internal testing is for. It's free labor, and people are excited about it. Hey, you know what? At least they are doing some sort of testing with it. Because a lot of these companies, they won't even really go that far. To me,
internal testing is not free labor. Just throwing that out there.
no, he's
There's
talking about.
resource.
Well, yeah, he's talking about how we are the testers, the people in.
Oh, okay. Sorry, just making sense. I was
we are
like, no, that's internal company resources.
No, we are the free labor.
I mean, how many employees is Nintendo? Like, what would they do to test that size? Like,
we
normally,
are the world. We are the children.
How much
We
is like
are
the
the
average
ones
MMO? Like, what is the
who-
server size on that?
Oh,
I have no idea.
on what was your question?
Like the average MMO. What is the server size?
Way bigger. Something like fucking like a real MMO is going to be, probably. I mean, you can look like World of Warcraft had hundreds of thousands of people playing the game all at once. Who's typing? What are you
Me.
typing?
I'm looking it up.
While you look it up, switch it up. $5 demo. They're testing the servers, not a real game. They probably want a game where the entire audience to influence a world or environment. Like, yeah, I get that. But how, like, if that's the case, why are you so anal about people showing it? And why are you only doing 10,000 people?
Okay, so
in World of Warcraft, there's no strict limit on the number of players in the game world at the same time, as servers can host thousands of players. That's all I'm getting.
wow. So for legal note about things, the reason that they have to be so strict in protecting their IP is because with like the legal system, it's all or nothing. So if they allow certain things to get leaked, and they don't come after those videos, then in court, if someone like had the money and the resources to challenge that and then cite that they didn't pull down those videos as well, then that could be something used against them. It's the same reason why they go after the big guys, but then they'll also go after the mom and pop that's using the Mario logo in their store or whatever. I know it's really weird, but the law does not care. So that's why they're going to do it takedown regardless of the environment that they fostered. Hope that helps.
I don't think you care about the little guy the way you made it sound. You said fuck them.
No, it's legal. Like it's just that's just how it is, unfortunately. Yeah.
It feels like their server size is about average from what I'm seeing. One campaign can have up to 600 people playing at once. As far as the rest of the game, ESO only has one mega server, so everyone's on the same server. There's no server caps.
There are way more people playing ESO than 600 at one time. You could look at ESO's stats right now on Steam, and it would be higher than that. And that game's not exactly.
Yeah, I'm just.
Regardless, let's say that they are just testing servers. Okay, why you shouldn't have. Here's how you do this, in my opinion. You just come out and you're like, hey, we're doing a server test for a new game. Sign up if you want to check it out, and we'll select some people. Like, the secrecy is ridiculous to me.
Yeah, it is weird.
like that is very that was kind of bizarre to me, and I feel like it created an atmosphere of speculation, and then people are always going to be let down by it, but it just felt like it almost feels like putting unnecessary pressure on yourself. Like this isn't if this is just a concept and it's not a final game, why would they care that people are talking about it and kind of know about it? Battle of the Sexes will return, Randy Savage. These things take time sometimes. Because snitches get stitches. It says switch up with a $2 donation. I mean, is it really snitching though? Like, I don't think that's snitching. I think that's just like, what do you expect little Jimmy from Knoxville, Tennessee, who, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
On the more speculative side, what would you guys want to see out of a Nintendo MMO? Because
I
I feel like
wouldn't-
some sort of really.
I don't.
I feel like they could do something cool with it.
Think of how many MMOs have come and gone. That you have your staple MMOs, but I would rather you make something that you're more comfortable with, because a Nintendo MMO is still tied to Nintendo Switch Online, which is A, subpar, and B, you can't even fucking directly talk to people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, but we don't know if they're gonna fix that for the next system. Maybe this is like I feel like if they release an MMO, it's not gonna just be on the Switch, right? There's no way they put it on the next system.
yeah, so then it definitely would have to be the same. If it's a cross-generational game, you can't have native voice chat for people on one platform and not the other.
Yeah, that's true.
Noah Smith, member for 5 months. Where's my book, Sean? Castlemania has been sending them out. I've been getting lots of people that have been getting them in. I know we sold 240 or 50 through there, so probably takes a little bit to go through that, but it should be any day now. Just check your email, check the
Miiverse MMO.
I mean,
Lit.
maybe, but if you can't communicate with people, what's the point of it? If I have
Maybe
to use
it's not going to be on the Switch. Maybe it's going to be just on the second one.
but what's to lead me to believe that it's going to have any? Okay, but if that's the case, then why are they doing it on the Switch? Why do they do the server test on there?
Gauge interest? I don't know.
Say, there's too many questions with that. I really think that if it is a thing, it would be a cross-generational thing, and I don't think that there's any implication to make you think that Nintendo's going to make their online more streamlined. And I hope I'm wrong in that. Let me clarify that. I hope I'm completely wrong in that. But just judging how this generation went, judging by the fact that they were like, well, we can do native voice chat on our system. The system is capable of it because specific third-party games will utilize it. But we need to make a phone application because reasons. Like, that doesn't instill much. That doesn't instill much confidence in me. Celia, you're a what are you doing? You picking your nose?
Oh, okay. So I was trying, because you were saying, what would we want with this? There's this game that my coworkers reference all of the time where it took a bunch of IP, kind of like Super Smash Brothers, where it's like all the characters, whatever, and threw them all together in a game. And I'm like, I would love an MMO like that, but I can't remember what the game was that I was going to reference for that. So I was looking it up, and it's not like Wayway World. It's something. I think it was made. I can't remember it, and it was going to be a funny quip if I could have figured it out. Anyways, that's my thoughts and feelings.
Corey McIntyre with another donation, $20 Canadian. I know this is more of a Nate and MBG question, but how much do you guys think the next system is going to be? Minimum 400. I think 400 is the sweet spot. I don't think they want to come out at 450 or 500, and just my personal opinion. Matt, I don't think you want to sniff 500. regardless of anything. $450 is a little bit of a stretch. I don't think it's as attractive from a marketing standpoint. You know, $449.99 doesn't exactly roll off the tongue. People like $399.99 or in some cases $499.99. But yeah.
Yeah, I think 400 sounds about right, because if we get the OLED model down the line, which we probably will get something similar, they'll go 450 with it or around there, and then they can have the option to put out a light version at like 300 or 350. So I just feel like it's the thing that makes the most sense.
Celia, what do you know? I'm sure you've seen some internal documents over there. What's
Oh
going on?
yeah, totally. All of them would be so cool. I think the whatever they end up, choosing for it'll be the appropriate price. I think that's the appropriate answer for that. Or at least $8.
$8. You heard it
At
here
least
first.
$8 USD.
Nice.
All right, so moving along, we had something interesting pop up today, involving what is it, Yooka-Replaylee or something like that? How you pronounce it, which is kind of like Yooka-Laylee, the version that they wanted to probably initially make, but when you do Kickstarters and stuff like that, you have time limits, even though they're self-imposed. I'm not excusing them or anything like that, but so the game was announced for various platforms today: PC, personal computer, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series systems, and Nintendo. Not
Nintendo Switch.
Not Nintendo Switch. Just
Mm.
Nintendo. And there was even some little eyeballs that look kind of like Cappy. And what's funny is if you go back, that the little eyeballs go directly over to Nintendo. And if you go back and look at the first trailer that they did for this game, those same eyes are there at the end when they announce platforms. Before I get some opinions on this, we have $20 from Vampire Slayer. You missed my previous super chat because Snoopy was playing with his camera. I don't see the MMO working out like they think it will. Only old fogies like MMOs. Kids today don't care unless it's Fortnite. But they could do something, I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like maybe, but WoW is really big, especially in the streamer space. Like if they make a game that streamers are addicted to that happens to be like how WoW is with an MMO, it could do numbers for Nintendo. And what from the looks of it, it's like they're taking inspiration from Minecraft. Kids love Minecraft, so we'll see. But I'll pull up his one that we missed. I think it's this one.
Oh, it's a grumpy VTuber. I don't know. I don't want to say anything because I talked about VTubers one time and people got mad at me. I think that shit's weird, dog. When it's like a grown ass woman like using little kid voices and acting like a toddler, that's kind of weird to me. That's all. If that's normal to you, salute. Hey, do your thing. All because something is weird. All because this is a problem we have with society. Now you're gonna get me going here.
All right, let's do it.
People say if you say something is weird, all of a sudden, phobic, ism, it gets attached to you. It's like, motherfucker, I just said it was weird. It is weird to me. I'm not saying anything disparaging. I'm just saying this is weird. Weird is not a bad word. Remember when people wanted to be different and they were different and they just lived their lives and they were different and they didn't give a fuck. They didn't care if, everyone understood why they were kind of weird. You remember that? Because I remember that. Because I was kind of a weird fucking kid. I was fucking hanging out with drug dealers, but I like to go skateboard. So I'd have fucking chains on, fucking menthols and a 40 while we're skateboarding. And I'm skateboarding with punk rock kids. So to them, I was weird. I was weird going to the punk rock shows, but I didn't care and they didn't care. It was just like, that shit is weird to me, bro. Like, motherfuckers just care so much about everyone needs to love me and everyone needs to
I think that's heightened by online. People in real life aren't like that necessarily.
I don't know, man.
Well, that's who you interact with online because.
Oh no, I don't interact. I don't interact with people.
Well, I know, but just
But you
it's
see
like
it.
what you see. Yeah.
No.
Sean, you don't watch a lot of anime, do you?
I watch no anime because that
Okay.
shit is weird. But if
How
people
dare
like
you?
that, then good for them.
I love
I just to me, and if somebody said to me, "Oh, you're a Hulk Hogan fan," that's weird.
That is
Okay,
weird.
cool. Like you like the New York Knicks? That's weird. Cool. Like it doesn't affect me. It doesn't mean anything. It's just an opinion. Shout outs to Josh Storch for becoming a YouTube channel member. Appreciate you, Josh. We got 5,000 CLP from Kenji Sora. Playtest. People were talking about capacity and not stress testing. It's because your normal person on the internet isn't really knowledgeable about computer engineer stuff. You can look it up. What? It's about capacity. People are talking about capacity and not stress testing. It's because your normal person on the internet isn't really knowledgeable. I'm not. So are you saying the normal person in the playtest? Because I have a spoiler for you. There are no normal people in the playtest. Because in order to get into the playtest, you had to be sitting there and within 30 seconds, log in and sign in. But you clarify for me. You don't have to donate again. Just clarify because I am curious about that. Switch it up with $2. How do you say that?
Ooh, it's
Ooh woo.
Ooh woo. Don't you think I'm cute with my 12-year-old voice?
Well,
no, I don't.
Sean, you need to do this while you're saying it.
No, I don't, because that's weird.
Like this.
But if people,
it's this. Oh, you're right. You're right. I was thinking
that's that's a field goal when you're playing paper football.
Wait, show us one more
it
time.
means I'm shy.
Yeah, Sean, can you demonstrate again?
I cannot.
If you could sort of go like this and say ooh woo.
Can you do this
for the people back home?
Okay, that first off, that's inappropriate. Second off,
why do you highlight this stuff?
Because it's funny to me. So this one bar that we used to DJ at,
I can almost guarantee I don't want to hear the story.
It's not that bad. They had a back area that had it was like a back area where you could go outside, and then they had like a staircase that led to like another little patio, but nobody really went up there because there was a storage room up there. One night I had been seeing this girl and she was at the club. I was like, yo, what you doing? Let's go upstairs to that thing. And so we go upstairs to that thing, and all of a sudden my phone starts ringing. And so I muted it, and it just kept ringing and ringing. I'm like, what the fuck? And so I look at the phone, and it's the guy who owns the bar that we're DJing at. I'm like, what's good, Phil? He's like, you having fun up there? I was like, and so I started looking around because she was busy. I was not. And so I started looking around. I'm like, where the fuck are you? And he's like, I have cameras all over this place, right? I was like, oh. And he was like, yeah, we're all watching you right now. It looks like you're having a good time. I was like, oh, it's a good time. Vampire Slayer 83. Sean, you're not wrong. It's weird. Sometimes funny, but weird. WoW is popular with streamers. It's not popular with kids. I have a 13-year-old nephew. None of his friends care about MMOs. Well, maybe Nintendo wants them to care about MMOs. So Dwayne, here's a story about real American.
Okay, wait, no, rewind. Sean, are you also okay? So from hearing that story that just clicked of what you were talking about, because I was fixing my hair. Are you also one of those people that didn't realize in movie theaters there's cameras facing the audience?
There is?
Yeah. Oh God. Okay, never mind. Topic change.
I didn't
Sean.
know that.
Yeah, there are cameras in every movie theater.
I mean,
ask anyone that's worked in a movie theater. Have you worked in a movie theater? Well, you would know if you worked in one. They have cameras facing the movie theater, the audience,
and named for not working in a movie theater. I worked at
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? No,
I don't know. You worked at a club, and you
I DJ'd there, and I would take breaks.
Working of employment. Anyways, and you were familiar enough with the owner to have his phone number where he was comfortable to tell you that he
Because-
was watching you.
I'll save that story for the after show.
Anyways, time out. Okay, but
Joe,
anyways,
thank you for
so
the
just so you
10.
know,
I got
there
look
are
at
cameras.
Yeah, dude. The fucking it's tomorrow. I'm excited though. I think we got the Pacers now. Look, the first game wasn't good, but what are you gonna do, Dwayne? So Real American Beer is not in my state. Okay, he went to the state above me. He went to the state left of me, but he hasn't been to my state yet. And so they're not selling it here. My mom, I forced her because she lives in Florida. I was like, look, woman, I need this beer. Go to the store, buy me some and mail it. So she went and bought some, but she's so fucking paranoid about mailing. She's like, what if they open it? You're not allowed to send alcohol unless you have a license. I was like, they're not going to fucking open the package. When was the last time you had a package delivered that had been open? I don't know. I can't do it. So I'm still waiting. Are we all caught up here?
All right, I think
Fuck
we're
the
good.
Pacers.
Nintendo Switch 2.
Woo.
The
Yooka remastered. That's what we were talking about.
They're going to reveal the Nintendo Switch
So
2
what's
this
different
week.
about this remaster as opposed to the old game?
So
you go ahead.
From what they announced, it's visually it looks a lot better. So it's updated graphics. I know that there's some quality of life improvements to it and bug fixes that were in the original game. I was a day oneer. Actually bought this one for Yooka-Replaylee. I'm a huge Banjo-Kazooie fan, so having some people that worked on the original definitely was really exciting for me. I would have donated to the Kickstarter if I had known about it. So for the actual game, yeah, there were some bug issues that were definitely apparent in the PS4 version of the game that I played. I don't know if those bugs were fixed in later patches, but if those are fixed in Yooka-Replaylee, that would be even better. I'm excited for it. It's the game released like years ago. I don't.
Right, I thought it was like
Was it
2018 or something.
2017.
2017, yeah.
Nelly
so
Tats,
it's been a bit.
Nelly Tats also didn't know that there was cameras in the fucking movie theater. See, this
There
is not
are.
common knowledge.
Well,
Who's
there are.
watching? What are
there.
they looking for in those
It's
cameras?
for when you walk in. It's for movie hoppers. It's also to make sure if there's any crimes happened. Like it's just everything's on camera. Like it's like why does the store have cameras? I don't know. Like it's the
because I mean that's for
risk
shoplifters.
management.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing
Movie
at a
hopping.
movie theater?
Movie hopping. It's to make sure that
They gotta come
the
get
movie
you.
room.
Come escort you.
Yeah, well, they can prove it. It's like for a lot of things. I don't know. Ask them, not me. I didn't. Anyways. So yeah, there's a bunch of things. It looks really cool. I'll play it. But as for their announcement, using that end slate, I think it was a very bold move. Okay. John, oh my god.
Hopefully,
yeah,
lies of Phil Spencer. Hopefully,
I think that I think it was a really bold move for them to do that because that's misusing the Nintendo logo. Because like every company has brand guidelines of what you're allowed to use and which logos you're allowed to use on end slates, and it's kind of like one of those things where I'm confused why they did that and like what their plan was. And if there will be any internal backlash for doing that, because misusing the Nintendo logo like that is not okay. They've always been a very tongue-in-cheek company, and they apologize later. So maybe it's just kind of one of their things, but we'll see.
Will Shovel Knight return?
That would be really cool. That would be something that we'd have to discuss in the future. I would love to see him return, but it's not something that's confirmed or in conversation yet.
So my takeaway is that the reason they put that Nintendo logo is because that shit is not coming to the Switch. And I feel like, and you would know this, Celia. Maybe I'm talking out of my ass here. But companies have plans. They have things planned for when they're going to do stuff. And obviously, this console announcement of what consoles it was coming to has been planned for a while. So do you think, because this is a question that I brought up in my video today, because I feel like there's kind of two trains of thought that people are going to take with this. Some people are going to be like, it means they're going to reveal the system soon. This is proof. And maybe it is, but I'm not of that train of thought. My train of thought is a company like them maybe expected this system to have already been announced, and now it hasn't been. And they don't want to say that it's only come into PlayStation and Xbox, because let's be real, people aren't buying it on Xbox. PlayStation will do fine, but this is a spiritual successor to a Nintendo game. So they want to let people know, hey, this is going to be coming out on Nintendo, but it's not the Switch that you have right now, because this is a current gen only. There's no PS4, there's no Xbox One. So do you think that maybe some companies are kind of like, where the fuck is this announcement? We have projects that we've planned. Like, could there have been, a delay from Nintendo? Like, I'm just kind of spitballing things here, but I'm curious.
Okay, when there are okay, so once again, don't work for Playtonic. I didn't message my friends at Playtonic being like, hey guys, why did you do that? I might ask them actually, because I'm kind of curious what their strategy was, but that's besides the point. I don't work for them. This is speculation. I love how I always have to have these disclaimers with things. Any announcement that is a internal announcement that's not attached to an activation, like a direct, inside Xbox, a social media campaign with a platform, is all internally planned. There were no external factors pressuring them to make this announcement like this. So with that said, it was a very bold move. It was interesting. And it's just kind of like one of those things where there's other ways to do it, because with marketing in general, there's announcing the existence, coming to platform, release date, out now. And those are things that people bank around when promoting with platforms like indirects or showcases or anything of the sort, with the news cycle, and just drumming up support with that. So to use this as something to get attention on the game was very deliberate, because that's just kind of how it is, because they took their announcement already that it's coming to Nintendo Switch or Nintendo weird logo or like whatever they're doing. They made that because they announced also that it's coming to Xbox and PlayStation. So that is used up. So now the only other attention they could get is out release date and out now. And I don't know. That was just their marketing beat of what they wanted to do to drum up excitement. And
it's smart.
I mean, yeah, it is a strategy to do. But it's just kind of weighing things and seeing, is this controversy really, does it hurt your relationships? Does it make the most sense to do? Because that would be the best opportunity. I don't know. I don't think it is the right choice, to be honest, but that's just how I would handle business with my marketing. For them, it might work, and it's the personality of the company, because it's also dependent on what your brand image is and what leadership wants. So I don't know. There's a lot of factors in marketing. Right, anything goes in this weird climate, to be honest.
This wasn't like a rogue decision either. This was obviously a calculated decision that was signed off by everyone.
Yeah, everyone. Gavin would have, like, if he wasn't cool with it, like, then it wouldn't have happened. So it's just kind of one of those things. So
Mac Mega
was really cool. I like him.
Mac Mega with a $5. Hey guys, what's the reason for the different streaming day? Just letting Nintendo Prime win the Wednesday night Nintendo Awards. Shaking my head. I looked at his numbers and he didn't do too well last night, even with us off. Nobody was available, pretty much. It was just going to be Nate and I. And I was like, that's not going to work. Nobody wants to see me. Nate's fine.
I just couldn't get work off.
And Celia had a meeting.
Yeah.
But does Parmesan cheese ever really expire?
Okay, we should, in case we missed this. Remember, for 4 months, thank you so much, Spyro Jones. I may only pick up a Switch 2 day one if the launch titles are dope. Any thoughts, predictions on the launch titles for the next console?
I mean, you'd have to think
Sure.
of 3D Mario's there.
Yeah, something.
Yeah. A Mario would be really cool. I would love to see that. A Zelda would be really cool. I would love to see that.
Mm.
What other releases
it.
did they have day one?
Let's just do do it like the
A
N64.
sports game?
Do it
A
like the
sports
N64.
game would be really cool.
I
I'd
think
love to see
we get a
that.
3D Mario and Super Switch Sports or Switch Sports 2
You
to
get
sell the
Yeah.
gimmicks.
Mario
1,
and
2,
Pilot
3.
Wings.
We'll get
Sure,
1, 2, 3,
I'm
4
down.
Switch instead of 1, 2 Switch.
I would be livid if we keep going with the Switch 1-2 Switch branding. I want that to die.
I feel like my prediction is going to be that they'll go up to 6, and then that'll be the end.
Wow.
Just for you, Josie.
That is hurtful. I really hope not.
This is me using my psychic power.
Don't do that.
Sorry.
That was a very Canadian sounding sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry.
Sorry.
I said
How do I feel about that?
I pronounced that on purpose.
We love our
Jeffrey-
Canadians.
Yeah, Corey's cool. Jeffrey Tucker with a Patreon question. Why in the ball sack is Nintendo the only one out of the big three that consistently has breaking of street dates for physical releases? Also, thoughts on the band Creed? Love the show. So this is obviously a two-part question. This is something I've discussed, and the thing of it is you could to say that PS5 and Xbox physical games don't get street dates broken would be incorrect, but you can't emulate those systems on a $300 mini PC. You can with the Switch, so it's a lot more impactful. And at some point in time, Nintendo has to look in the mirror and realize that they have to do something about it. You know, you got to do something about it. It's I made this analogy. It's like letting your dog out in the backyard and there's a hole in the backyard. There's a hole in the fence and he keeps getting out. And you're like, oh, I'll teach the dog not to go there. It's like, no, motherfucker. Patch the hole. Fix the problem. Figure out what you need to do.
Yeah, I feel like if the Switch was hacked like day one, right? Like all the way
Very
back
quickly.
in 2017. Yeah.
Very
So
quickly.
it's just
with a paper clip.
right, and because it was a hardware thing, so it's like they just have to buckle down and make sure this next system isn't so easily exploited. Because regardless, they're gonna get hacked eventually. But it's just like, the Switch is so easy, like he said. So I think that's probably their biggest issue. It's always weird to me how big of a story these things are, because I feel like it's just kind of a given.
Because they're the only company that has to deal with it consistently. And it's like at some point in time, because this isn't something new. This has been happening for a while. At some point in time, you have to take accountability. You have to realize that you need to do something. As far as Creed is concerned, their first album had some good songs on there. That one song, "Oh, where my brother, 101." The first album's not too bad. They're kind of having
metal.
It's like hard rock,
Okay.
kind of like hard butt rock, stuff. Noah Smith with a 5. Nintendo Prime is what would happen if RGT had an unsuccessful face run. Also, Switch 2 will come out in March. Calling it now. No way in hell it comes out in March, pal. If it was, they would have talked about it already.
They could announce it in December, and really, that's too early.
3 months?
Yeah.
I mean, you never know.
They don't need too much of a lead up because they don't have much to sell people on. It's just a more powerful Switch. They don't have to sell people on a new gimmick necessarily. Quarters
in session, the verdict's coming in. Okay, we're gonna get to you in just a fucking second, Roger. Mac Mega with a 5. By the way, are any of you going to start a Blue Sky page? Twitter is getting a bit too Hulk Hogan-ish for my liking.
Yeah, that's fair.
Catch my drift. If Twitter goes away, I go away with it. I'm not migrating over to another Twitter-esque platform. It doesn't interest me. I have an Instagram. I have a Facebook page. I have an email address. Like, I don't know, it's not for me. Honestly, I don't even really care for Twitter because I think everyone just likes to argue with each other all day. I only use Twitter for group chats. So
Yeah, I mostly use Twitter for like our group chat and communicating with people currently, but I hate Twitter. I think it's horrible. I have a Blue Sky, but I don't use it ever, and I'm very I don't know. I don't really even know what I post on these text apps. Like they just don't really do anything for me. I'm on Threads. I kind of like Threads because it's connected to Instagram, and you would just kind of like transfer your followers over mostly.
blue sky.
I have a Blue Sky, but I also don't use it. Like I have my Instagram. I don't know. I just started using Twitter like a couple years ago, to be honest. Like when I started working for Yacht Club is when I started like actually using Twitter.
Yeah, I've had a Twitter for about a year, and it's just because of like YouTube.
Yeah, but I do like my Twitter. Like my feed is full of hamsters, and it's really great.
Oh, really? That's nice. You have a good feed.
Yeah, I follow hamsters and cat pages, Cats with Jobs. That's a really good one. Yeah.
I have a horrible Twitter.
All right, Roger, we're about to have a little come to Jesus meeting here. Creed was the 90s version of Van Halen. They was hyped and overplayed. Van Halen's first fucking album is a front to backer. You don't skip any tracks. What the fuck are you talking about? Running with the Devil, Jamie's Crying, Eruption, Ain't Talking About Love. Like, what are we doing here? These are some of the greatest songs ever written.
Vampire Slayer with another 20. Question for Celia: how does Yacht Club feel about mods that overhaul the entire game and add mechanics that were in the original game? I hate all social media. It's the downfall of society.
We don't care, and we think it's cool. Adding different things to your games, I think it's fun. We released mod support on Pocket Dungeon for that reason. We love seeing your cool creations. We're also hosting a game jam in November, so that's coming up. I'm working on promoting it, or not promoting it, like I guess finishing what we're going to be doing for it, where we're releasing all of our assets for people to make fan games. So I think I'm probably the wrong person to ask that because, like, I'm like, do it. Someone make a dating sim. I'll play it. Make Propeller of Love.
Dating sim.
Oh my god, it's all I want. I made our I used mod support to make a Valentine's Day event, and I wanted it to be a dating sim, but the team told me no. So I'm like, someone make it for it. I know it was too much work. I would have taken away from my job. Anyways. But yeah, we think it's really cool. And yeah, the internet is a cesspool, but it's also a beautiful place where you can make friends and hang out on Wednesday or Thursday nights and watch Game and Talk. So, you know, it's just one of those things, guys.
I feel like YouTube is a little bit better than most social media. So like
have you read the comment section? I've read the comments.
Well,
John,
yeah, not in John's community. He's very toxic.
Yeah, like, oh my god, man. It's wild.
Yeah, John's community. Yeah.
They're feisty.
1984 is great. You know, great album. And you know, Sammy Hagar was better. Like, there was some good Sammy Hagar. I don't hate Van Hagar as much as a lot of people do. Like, Higher was in the fucking Power Rangers movie, and that was fucking cool. Higher and higher,
I told you guys he'd sing.
Wow, Sean, that was
what about
beautiful.
What about that? Remember when that fucker from Extreme joined for that? What was his name? Gary Sherrod or some shit? Yeah, we're all just humans being shine. Like, there's some good stuff in there. It was
hard
just
rock and like wrestling are not my thing.
No, that's too goddamn bad. Yeah, Gary Sharon's. That dude's. Bro, your fucking song was that More Than Words shit. More than words is all I ever needed.
Celia, do you know what's happening?
Oh no, I dissociated.
You know that
physically I am here.
Song.
Mentally, I am somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
John, are you done with Sing Along Time?
Cause I
told them that he'd sing. I literally said that while you guys were gone. They're like, "Who's our musical guest?" And I was like, "Sean."
When is Sean's greatest hits coming out? You remember, like, And like it would be really late, like 2 in the morning, and then there'd always be like those CD
Pure
like
mood.
ads. Yeah, like 100 of the greatest romantic songs of our time. And it would just be like a couple walking on the beach. And it'd be something that Sean's humming right now. Did you purchase those CDs, Sean?
No.
Were you the main consumer? Were you the main demographic?
I was like 12. I love the pure mood stuff. Sometimes I'll listen to that shit when I'm in the bath.
So you are the consumer.
I like Guitar Hero Legends of Rock, but I only know those. I only know those
Interesting.
songs.
Good
sort of,
memory,
barely.
Dwayne.
And I know like Slow Ride.
Nice.
Oh, a little fog hat. Slow
Yeah.
ride.
Yeah, that's like the only song I really played over there.
Take it easy.
I don't think any of the music's bad. I'm just not I don't know what it is. So when RGT is spouting out like this, I'm lost, to say the
Sorry,
least.
it's not. What's that fucking
No need to apologize, RGT.
Lana Del Rey or Billie
I don't really
Eilish, whatever the fuck.
You don't like Billie Eilish?
No.
Billie Eilish is great.
Yeah, you don't like talent. That's what that means.
Like,
All right.
Perfect pitch. Most people aren't born with perfect pitch.
Yeah, apparently
Yeah, it's
you're really
amazing.
far from it.
Amazing what computers can
Sean,
do.
don't quit your day job. Thanks for the answer, Celia. Thanks for the other 20 vampires.
Yeah, thank you so much. We really
Yeah.
appreciate it.
All right, we're gonna get ready for the after show. Shout outs to the Patreon members: Adam Balzadin, Baldizon, a billion cats, A, Drunk on Tacos, Trent A, the Game Orbs, Mr. Joby, Joshua Butts, aka the Butts Man, and John O. Thank you to all of the people who were kind enough to donate to help support this stream. It does get distributed amongst those here. We'll be on the after show in about 5-10 minutes. So if you are a channel member or a Patreon member, you do get access to that. What's Sinner? No, Sinner's right.
He's incorrect.
He's
But
not
hey,
incorrect.
Not everybody can have a golden opinion all the time. Sometimes you got to take the L. It's all right.
Which I'm not. I'm RGT85. The after show is here on YouTube. There'll be a thing in the community tab. Thank you, Steve, Zach, and Liza Phil Spencer for your excellent anatomy analysis. I'm RGT85. That's Josie Woah. Josie.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Vampire Slayer. You've been going crazy, and Corey and everybody who donated. It means a lot. And everybody who's a member, just make sure you jump on that after show because you do have access to it. It'll just show up in your community page.
Celia.
I was gonna be like, and I'm Celia. Yeah, thank you guys.
All right.
I don't have an ending spiel. I'll work on one next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, you can say an outro video.